Hello, hello, beautiful souls of this community. Welcome to today's live. I hope you are doing well. My name is Lori, and I am here, as always, to share tips with you that are empowering for you to be able to be healthy and well in every way. And the tips that I share are often very simple and foundational and easy and a must to implement, because that's how I live my life in terms of the simplicity of these lifestyle changes. So welcome to this video. As you may have seen on the title, I have the second most important thing that we need in order to survive, or that our bodies need. I had a few days ago, I put in the number 1. If you haven't seen that yet, you can take a look. The video is pinned in the featured section of this page or our group, but it's also, you can scroll down and take a look. You might see I have a new apron on. I bought it here in Lithuania, some friendly moose. It feels very interesting because it feels much like here in this wilderness and the nature of Lithuania, but it's also very much feels to me like home in Canada. So welcome. Welcome, welcome. If you are watching this live, please say hello and let me know where you're viewing from, because it's always nice to see where we are reaching all around the world. If you're watching this on a replay, you can also let me know where you're viewing from and just type in #replay. And again, just helps the people know that we're here. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel and also give me a thumbs up. Feel free to comment throughout the video or send me a personal message if you feel like you'd rather do that. So, on to today's topic, the second most thing that your body needs in order to survive. Any ideas? Well, I won't make you wait too long. The number 1 starts with the letter W. It's a 5-letter word. Water. Yes, so simple and so powerful, and often, too often overlooked. So, especially right now, if you are in the northern hemisphere or equatorial zone, because you'll always be experiencing basically summer temperatures. But if you are in a hot climate and you're feeling the heat of the earth or of the sun right now, I strongly recommend or remind you to continue to drink water. Our bodies are made up of 60 to 70% water, and just because we're made up of that water doesn't mean we don't need to drink it. Actually, we need to keep replenishing because we're always sweating. So that's why I mentioned, even if we're in the summertime, we must to make sure we're drinking more because we are sweating and perspiring more easily. But if you are in the winter months right now, it's equally important to drink water because it still helps to cleanse your body and regulate and balance, and still contributes to that 60 to 70% of water that our body is made up of. Now, a lot of people, myself included, when I was younger, I didn't like drinking water. I thought it was disgusting. I didn't like the taste, although water really doesn't have much of a taste, right? Where I grew up, we were in the countryside, we had well water, and the well water really tasted awful to me. Now I look back and I can recognize that it's because it was full of minerals, which is actually really beneficial for our body as opposed to heavily treated water. If you are in a city and your water is treated, most likely, I recommend looking into a good carbon-based filter to help remove any harsh chemicals that are added into the waters to help our bodies, and also to cleanse any parasites as well. Also, boiling water can be beneficial as well. One boil. So this is a little bit hot in Lithuania right now, up in the North Pole. We're in about 32 degrees Celsius right now, so it's pretty hot in our little house and in my little kitchen also. So anyways, yes, that is the reason why I am here to share with you about water, because I notice how much more I am sweating right now this time of year. And even though I am aware of drinking water, I sometimes forget. And I notice the people around me do the same thing. So I'm here to remind you and remind myself that we must continue to drink water, and even increase it if you are experiencing a heat wave or you're in the hot summer months. Now, I wanted to share with you some really good tips because, like I say, if you're feeling like you don't really like to drink water, I suggest, first of all, whether or not you're accustomed to drinking water or not, I highly recommend moving away from ice cold water. Ice cold water is just that, ice cold, and it's also ice cold in our tummies and in our system, and it's not very good. It's almost like we're shocking our system when we put in that very cold beverage, if we speak about water at this time, right? So I suggest, if you are used to drinking with ice in your water, start step by step taking the ice out and then just drinking cold tap water. Slowly transition, right? Because from really, really icy cold to warm or hot water can seem like really disgusting, actually, and I get it. So take it step by step, but make those steps happen for yourself, because ice cold water, or even cold fridge water or cold water straight out of the tap, is not ideal for our bodies. It is just not. I don't care what season it is. Sorry, I hate to break your heart, but it's not beneficial for our stomach, our digestion, any of it. It's really, it puts out the digestive fire. Just do your best to move it out of your life if you can. And then slowly, like I say, taking that step-by-step approach, you can slowly start to drink more water that is at a room temperature. This is beneficial already for us. I mean, all water is good, but we want to get it to that room temperature. Same like our body temperature. Our body, we need to regulate that temperature, right? So when you're putting in something that's extremely cold, like ice water, your body needs to work hard and use its energy to heat that up, even though we've already shocked the system anyway. So it's really a waste of our energy. So moving away from ice cold water, no matter the temperature, if I can do it, you can do it too. I'm confident in you. And start, like I say, going more and more towards room temperature water. And in summer months, it seems, I don't have my water bottle right here. Oh, here it is. Excuse me for that. So it seems like, because I know a lot of people, they'll freeze water in their bottles and then they take it out, and then so they always have that cold sense. It's really important. Move your taste buds slowly away from that ice cold water, because it really doesn't serve your body. And actually it makes us feel essentially hotter, because we are messing really with the balance. We're putting something so extreme and our body has to really try to find that. So going with room temperature, and that's the beauty of having a water bottle. It's going to be sitting at room temperature anyways. You don't need to worry about anything. And move away from plastic as well, because we don't want our water sitting in plastic. Stainless steel is good, or a glass bottle is also okay. Yeah, moving away from plastic and aluminum for water bottles is really beneficial as well. I recommend to take a water bottle or have one with you if you don't have one yet. Make sure, I suggest buying one. There's good ones on the market. You don't need to buy the most expensive one, but make sure sometimes more expensive ones are better because they'll have a better seal or different kinds of things like that. So you can take it in your bag and not have to worry about it dripping everywhere. So yeah, buying a water bottle, if you don't have one yet, I strongly recommend, because that's going to help to increase your water intake, because you take it everywhere you go, basically. This is quite a big one from when I lived in the Philippines, and because it was so hot there, I needed it. If I was going out, I could drink easily a liter of water, but a smaller one is also okay. You can get 0.75 or even 500 milliliter bottles, and they're okay too. I think for me, because I also take my dog with me, so I take that 1 liter with me easily. I give him water, drink my water for myself, and it's not difficult to go through 1 liter. Also, when you have a water bottle and you're using it throughout your day, you know how much you've drank. You can, if your water bottle, for example, is 1 liter, and if I drink 2 of these, I know I drank 2 liters. Having a glass on the table sometimes isn't as convenient, because we don't think about it sometimes. Or maybe if you prefer to drink out of a glass, you have your water bottle next to you and you're using your glass. Just some ways to kind of get that into our life more. Also, if the taste of water feels, again, if we go back to that story, feels like you don't really like it, I recommend trying some other little tricks, which are really easy in the summer. For example, is adding some fresh cucumber into your water, a couple slices. It just freshens the water up. You could put some fresh mint in your water. You could also combine these. You can put in some fresh lemon slices, or squeeze a little bit of lemon in. And you can add also some fresh fruit. If you have strawberries or berries, a slice or two, a little bit. Adds color, it just looks nice, but it adds a slight flavor, and it's just a nice little addition. Also, fresh basil can be really nice in water. These kinds of things, you can experiment with different things as well, just to add a little bit of taste, so you start to drink more. If you feel like you're bored with water, or you feel like you don't drink enough because you don't like the taste and it feels boring, right? So you can spice it up a little bit without adding sugar. We want to avoid adding any sugar if possible. Another beautiful way to get some more water into your body is by actually eating foods that contain water. Yes, that's right. Something like this beautiful baby right here, watermelon, with the name water even in its name. This is amazing, especially if you are in the summer months, which I would recommend it then anyways, because if you're in the winter months, I think it's unlikely that this would be growing for you. So yes, if you have this near you in your season where you are, I recommend to eat watermelon. It's super juicy, super helping to hydrate your body as well. So that's one beautiful thing. Of course, when our food is as fresh as possible, it would have a water content in it. Some foods have more water in it than others, like watermelon or good old cucumber here as well. I was just at the market this morning, bought a bunch of cucumbers. This cucumber also loaded with water, really good, really fresh, really refreshing. If you are hot and you eat something like this, it's like you automatically, well, I do anyway, feel energized and refreshed. Same with watermelon. Tomatoes also hold a lot of watermelon in them. Of course, it's not like you're just going to sit there and eat like a whole bucket full of tomatoes or something. But when we start to incorporate more of these kinds of beautiful things that are available to us, that is supporting us to bring water into our body, it's going to be beneficial. Other ones, fresh fruit, pears, apples. These are little ones that I got from the trees from our abandoned lot next door. So these kinds of things also have beautiful water content in them. Once apples are out of season, for example, and we start, or we're getting to the end of season, maybe we have an apple tree and we have too many, we can start dehydrating them, but you've taken the water out. So now they don't have such a nutritional content or value for your body. Still good, but the fresh one with the juice is what we want. And of course, all, like I say, all living plants that have grown from this earth, as long as they are fresh, they will have a water content in it. Like I say, though, some have more, because you could think about, for example, celery as a higher water content as well. But if you look at carrots, you know, if you bite into a carrot, it's not as juicy compared to biting into a cucumber. You can kind of gauge that way. So it's just a matter of diversity, bringing in different nutrients into your body that have water in them as well, different foods that are going to support you, and of course, drinking more water and of flavoring it up a bit. So you got some good tips today on how to incorporate and bring into more water and how to make it taste good into your life. I hope this video finds you well. I wish that you can drink beautiful, pure water that serves your body and helps you heal. One last thing I just remembered as I said that, you can also program your water. Water has the ability to maintain memory. If you haven't heard of this yet, you can do a research online with Dr. Emoto. It was a Japanese scientist and researcher who did this quite a few years ago. Actually, he photographed water crystals once they were frozen, but before they froze, he put the Japanese kanji, or the Japanese words for different energies on the water that he froze. So some were words like love and hope and happiness, joy, gratitude, these good feeling words. And then there was also, once he put the words on the water like angry, hatred, resentment, fear, these kinds of more negative, lower vibing words, lower frequency words. And then he photographed them once it was frozen. And remarkable results. The water crystals that had positive words taped onto the container had beautiful forming water crystals. Absolutely gorgeous. Like you get the picture of a snowflake, like that kind of thing, just gorgeous. And the water crystals that were formed from words that were from a lower vibration, like I say, hatred, anger, these kinds of words, the water crystals were deformed and out of place, kind of even ugly looking, just not not looking nice, especially when you compare the two things together. So again, everything always wraps back around, what are you thinking? What's your mind like? If you have a big water jug at home, you could even tape words to the outside of it. Why not? If you are drinking water just out of your tap and just filling up your bottle or putting it in your kettle, you can just even take a moment and just, I infuse this with love, with your intention. Or when you're drinking it, just think about love. Think of the energy of love. And that goes into the water that you drink. And bonus, since we're made up of 60 to 70% of water, it also goes into your body, into every cell of your body. How beautiful is that, that you can be infused with the energy of love, for example. So, on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know how it goes for you, if you struggle with drinking water, or is it something that comes easy to you? And if you have any other questions, like I say, let me know. You can send me an email at lorivossfurukawa@gmail.com. And like I say, just comment below as well. That would be fine to reach me. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now.